bottle crowing pretty much comes down to rune control. That's a very, very even matchup. And I think you're going to see this. I really do think that you may see still Puppey
spell, as it makes it so much easier for you to be able to harass him out of lane. The rotation into the mid lane, already at the unstable concoction goes out. Fisher will hit Puppey, interrupting the arrow that he was going to throw down. Puppey, oh, Big Daddy! One last hit from God and ensures the quick kill onto him. May actually wait until the bottle gets here, and if they can manage to get the full bottle for God and then fill up on the haste rune, this will be a huge win for him.
Yeah, they're playing this laning phase so well. I love the fact that they just have the Earthshaker hanging out basically as a dual mid here.
If he can secure the last hit, the glyph has already gone out. The teleport here from Seedoy. Immediately they turn on him though. With the Brewmaster ultimate, exact same time the deny has gone out from God, and if they don't manage to get this kill on Seedoy, it is disastrous here for Team Secret, but it looks like they should be able to get it. Seedoy falls, and now the Brewmaster has to try and get himself out, but he's going to turn. Puppey's going to help him out. They quickly clean up Jodham there. God gets hit by an arrow, another Crypt Swarm, not going to be in time. As our Mirana starts running himself away, God is trying to chase this one down, does have a phase boots up in a second, and he knows Puppey is without boots. He will still get the kill. Starstorm goes out, maybe that's enough damage. Another right click, oh my God, he died. Just barely at the last seconds from the creeps, no less.
Not worth it though, and those are that's kind of why you say that G is such a high variance player. Kuroki here could be in trouble again in the bot lane with the TPN.
At the very least, he may have his tower be going down. They already have the rotation from both the Alchemist as well as the Mirana.
Oh,
leading with an arrow. That is a beautiful start. The follow-up Acid Spray and Unstable Concoction. He's going to be slept up at the same time. Puppey leaps in way too deep there for this one, and BZZ immediately turns on him, trying to finish him off with that Glaze of Wisdom. Needs another hit, but good slow there from Kuro. Puppey gets off the Starstorm right before he dies once again. Now, that Curse of the Silent going on to Kuro. Meanwhile, he's going to try and deny himself to the Ancients. Gets one hit from the Dragons, not quite enough. Turns on to Kuro. Look at this, he's disarmed. He's going to be able to get the kill. Big Daddy as well is going to fall as the neutral keeps get that kill, and BZZ potioning up, but finally S4 will be able to get the kill.
We also got another auxiliary kill on the Earthshaker, which is great. But to me, you know, this is the way that you beat VP. You shut down and try and contain G. Even with that kill, though, he's got his drum up here at a decent time. Oh,
he's going to be caught by the Fiend's grip. Good rotation here from the side of Virtus.Pro. The silence is just going to get them the extra bit of disable to make sure there was no time. And, well, they may have to commit 2 ultimates for it. Kuro is not going to be getting a good amount of farm anytime soon. S4 makes a jump here in the middle lane, already getting off a 2-man clap, and immediately starts focusing down BZZ. The arrow lands, and BZZ will be right-clicked down by the Viper. Now the Brewmaster continues to chase down some extra supports, gets the stun onto Jodham, and will be able to take a secondary hero down as well.
They're set up for this. Very good idea by VP not to clump up.
Catching God on the right side. This allows S4 to be able to get in some right clicks as well as the clap. Kuro getting low though. Crypt Swarm manages to backtrack that one and getting away. Moonlight Shadow will protect him from the rest of that. God, meanwhile, will be right click down. No more exorcism means Yol is going to be left out to dry here as they have no extra damage. But is still going to be favored by Seedoy in this matchup. He's got a lot of heroes that are going to be exploited by that Orchid, such as the Brewmaster and the Alchemist. Yol comes out, and the immediate silence goes down. Yol is going to be able to get a decent Fiend script off on S4. Gets off. Oh my God, he managed to get himself away. The Brain Sap keeps himself alive. The explosion there onto himself ensures the death on Big Daddy. Fly, meanwhile, is going to be in some trouble. Right clicks down Seedoy. The Exorcism is going to have a hard time finding its damage. Jodham is going to be focused down by the Brewlings. BZZ trying to hit that Fire Panda as much as possible, but Jodham trying to juke his way through the trees once again, gets out the blink away from the Brewmaster, hides himself on the side, teleports away successfully. And Jodham, Blink Dagger, and that is going to be a big change up here for Virtus.Pro, especially so early on into the game. BZZ is about a third of the way into, or actually half of the way into his refresher right now. So he's going to be good. Top lane, it looks like Fiend's Grip onto Kuro is going to ensure a quick little kill. As once again, that rotation of the Bane kind of solo rotating. God is going to be in some trouble here in the bottom lane. Already Yule Scepter being used on the Brewmaster. Tries to get some distance. Nice silence. And Big Daddy's going to be taken down by that one. God at least is going to be able to get a nice little kill on a support before he dies in the bottom lane. And cost them the Brewmaster ultimate as well. And a lot of rotations where BZZ can make work of that by pushing in the middle lane, and Furion can focus on taking the top lane.
Yeah, way too greedy by Big Daddy there on that exchange. You got to get that stun off. You have to assume there is a cast image from that Death Prop and Silence. Oh,
S4 with the fresh Orchid from Seedoy as well. That is surely to be enough burst damage here as S4. The Orchid takes out. He gets off fine.
I mean, Seedoy should be able to make it out here.
Wow.
Oh, no.
That is a very early Brewmaster ultimate that's going to be able to ensure the pick off here on Yol. Tried to sleep himself, but not going to be good enough. Still, though, the Exorcism on the mid lane has already done a ton of damage to this tier 2. They're going to Yul Scepter off the Viper and just make sure they will get the tower. And BZZ trying to back himself away. And is actually going to be fighting Fly a little bit here. Or maybe he needs to. The Age is going to come out. The Fisher block ensures that BZZ isn't going anywhere. And while the arrow may not have landed, that was good enough. And Puppy's actually going to take out from this when he gets a little too greedy, and the damage over time of the Curse is Silent will ensure the kill. Gets on farm, and that's why they're sending these two supports constantly protecting him as much as possible. The attempted arrow almost got out. Yol Chronosphere is going to be able to catch BZZ, and this is huge, but first they go for Yol. Trying to take him down. The Fisher's going to be able to interrupt some of that damage. Sleep goes out. Yol lives a little bit longer, but the Exorcism just cleans up the Faceless Void. Big Daddy's going to be up next. God, though, is taking too much damage from S4. The Silence wears out and is going to be hit now by the Viper Strike. Dodges it with the Yul Scepter. The Clap instead is going to come in, and he'll still have enough right-click damage. At the same time, though, it's so different if we had our Void jumping in and it was actually Silence up. Now they're going to refresh her. They want to take this fight. Up against Roshan, the Global Silence is up. They immediately pop it as they start going into the pit. The Fisher is going to lock out S4. He already pops his BKB, gets off his ultimate. Big Daddy will explode on himself as Kuro jumps himself outside of the pit, doesn't want to be a part of this team fight. Yol will be in some trouble here as he gets taken down, but it's already a 1-for-1 support for support. Not too bad, but the Viper Strike now into BZZ is going to cause him some issues. No. He gets hit by the arrow, gets right-click down, now gets tossed up in the air as well. Now the Death Prophet is going to be isolated when he comes back down as Seedoy is going to make his way out. Quick use of the drums and the phase boots.
About the Shadow Blade here, absolutely love the Deso, of course. Okay, we are going to see Moonlight Shadow once again used, and they should get something out of it this time.
No.
Oh no!
Yolo is still going to be caught. Chronosphere is going to be laid down on him, but they were forced to blow it there. The Curse goes down. Global Silence is going to burn through a lot of the mana here from Team Secret. No extra pickoffs. BZZ is still seen here. Puppy is up with an arrow. Just a second. Gets close range. Does hit it. The Silence gets off just in time, but the Unstable Concoction has already been able to land the stun. The Medallion ensures a quick little kill on him. And Team Secret doesn't really seem to care. He's going straight for the range racks right now. Kuro can't really do much. He's going to jump in, trying to beat down on God. They get already the range racks. God trying to Yul Scepter himself at the last second. He gets it off. Kuro still managed to run himself away, and God will be eliminated by Puppy, who jumps in, gets in the Starstorm. At the same time, Seedoy gets caught as well. So they got a tier 3.
And I think the last thing that you said was absolutely key. It's not just the trade of the kills. I think they're going to be able to get some map control out of this. They're going to be in a situation where if they win a fight now, they can do some damage to the base. Fly's Viper going to get Fiend's Grip, but it's stopped immediately.
Unstable Concoction, and Fly's just so damn big. He's fighting up against BZZ. BZZ trying to get him some distance away from Fly, and will be able to buy a couple of seconds here. Big Daddy is going to force the pop his chemical range, turns around, Echo Slam goes out. Big Daddy eliminated, but Fly is still quite healthy and will just right-click down Jottam as he's the only hero left alive. He gets off the Fisher, gets off what he can, but in the end, the result will be beyond godlike spree for Fly, as he is now sitting on a triple kill. The tier 2 is going to result in a Raxing for Top Secret. Like, even if he does get that melee rack, so he can't afford to push in too deep. The arrow actually already landed on God, and that means the Brewmaster is going to try and come in and capitalize off of that one. Puppy has already been Yul Sceptered up. Meanwhile, Jottam tries to teleport himself away in the bottom lane. Doesn't get it. Back up the top lane. The Curse of Silence goes out. Exorcism chasing down Puppy will get that one kill, and now they'll move up hills. The Silence is preventing a lot of Team Secret, who already blew a teleport or two and faked it out, are not going to be able to fully return. The melee racks will be taken down. And this time around, it almost looks like it's worth it for Virtus.Pro.
Coming up here.
Ooh, Unstable Concoction onto Yol. Already Global Silence has gone out. Yol's going to be able to buy himself some time with the sleep. BZZ gets himself away, and just to pick off onto Yol. But you can see immediately, while this hero goes down bottom lane, they're trying to push in, but the Chronosphere goes on. It actually catches both of them. God has been caught inside the Chronosphere. There goes that Silence, but he's still going to be right-click down all the same. Yul Scepter buys him the time to be able to run straight forward. But
Seedoy still has 7 seconds. Okay,
they have a gem, but they just are. Everything they need, just 12 seconds here for the Death Prophet. Fly, doing some damage here to BZZ. They can't afford to let this guy go down, but they have no supports to be able to back him up, and BZZ just gets right-clicked down by Fly just like that. Meanwhile, Yol on the side gets off the brain stab to increase his life force a little bit more. BZZ buys back and is going to be dying here a secondary time. If nothing is going to be able to stop this one, with the Exorcism going out, they're going to try and do what damage they can, but they've already thrown her up in the air. Tornado is going to be holding her there for quite some time, and they're just going to focus down this tier 3. Even if they don't get this Rax though, it's a huge win because the silencer is down for so long. They're going to turn around on God. Static charge, helping to be able to do some damage back. Simba immediately pops the cheese though as they try and go in for the kill. Johnham, unfortunately, going to be stunned up. Curl makes the dive in deeper. Now God has the ghost returned back to him, but he has no more extra damage. The time lock proc will be able to hold him in place, and now Team Secret fully in control of Virtus.Pro's base. And sure, there's a buyback on Death. Does finish off the mid lane. Fiend's Grip goes down, just trying to delay this as much as possible. Ripstorm is going to wake up S4, the bounce around. Kuro getting low, but still has that Aegis to be able to fall back on. Will he maybe chase away? S4 goes in. Yol may die secondary time here. The buyback from Seedoy. He gets caught in the middle lane. It's going to be coming back into this fight. Going for Fly, now turns on Kuro. Takes down that Aegis. S4 is invis and asleep right now, and immediately Kuro is going to be orchided up. He turns around, Chronosphere, going to be able to only catch out one. Seedoy turns around on Fly, might be able to kill him. Kuro meanwhile focusing down. Nice slate coming out from the Bane as he saves God's life for just a second, and the Fisher comes out as well. Yul's Scepter going down, drops him to earth, and will be able to get those right clicks in. Kuro getting low, will be dying, unable to finish off that melee Rax. The Brewmaster ultimate, he managed to secure the Courier there, which had nothing on it. He's going to be coming back low. Johnham trying to dodge this, gets off the Fisher. S4 backs himself up. Fly is in for some revenge. Goes up against BZZ. Yol needs to protect the script. They're not going to be able to necessarily get kills, but maybe they can just delay these heroes long enough. The Aces Void buying back now. Kuro comes in, and I think they've got this rather easily here. Yol starts moving forward. Chronosphere on 2 of them. They're going to take out 2, and sure enough, Seedoy calls the GG. 46.5 minutes in, and Team Secret, in a very long, extended team fight here, managed to come away with a win after what seemed like a very precarious position they were in ever since they lost that top Rax.
Yeah, so well played by Team Secret. It's just so hard to maintain team discipline, to make good decisions throughout a sustained engagement like that, but they did. They knew exactly what they needed to do to stop the push from Seedoy's Nature's Prophet in the top lane, and they were able to maintain discipline throughout that fight. And like you said, it only takes one